Hi, welcome to All Things Pittsburgh. I'm Tina Anderson, your local realtor at Realty One Group Platinum. Today I'm going to talk about the 5 best city neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody thinks their neighborhood's the best. So today I'm going to talk about 5 of the most popular areas of Pittsburgh. Let's first talk about the neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. Did you know that there's 90 neighborhoods just in the city of Pittsburgh alone? So we're actually going to start with number 5 neighborhood, downtown. Yes, downtown is a neighborhood that you can live in. That really wasn't the case 20 years ago. Things have changed drastically here, especially with downtown. Like we just got a Target grocery store downtown. How exciting! So you can do your grocery shopping downtown. You can live, work, and play in downtown Pittsburgh. So you might be thinking, it's gotta be expensive to live in downtown, because it's expensive to live in any city downtown. Because really, you're looking at living in a high-rise condo. Well, would you be surprised to know that you could live in a high-rise condo in the city of Pittsburgh for under $200,000? Because you can. You can get a doorman, you can have underground parking, you can have a gym, you can have a rooftop deck, you can have a pool, all for under $200,000. If you're looking that you want to live in the downtown area, you have that option. Other things that you can do in downtown: Point State Park. You can go to the regatta right outside your door. You can go to all kinds of different concerts that are happening in the downtown area. All the restaurants, all the plays. You have a cultural district right here. You don't even need a car. You can walk anywhere you want. Number 5 neighborhood, downtown. Number 4 neighborhood, Mount Washington. How great is it that you can go to work and say, my mode of transportation is an incline? Because you can live at the top of Mount Washington and take an incline to go to work every day. So if you've ever seen one of the millions of pictures of Pittsburgh, and you see that red incline, that's called the Duquesne Incline. And that takes you right downtown, where you can go right across the bridge. It's called Smithfield Street Bridge. That takes you right into the heart of downtown, so you can walk right there. If you see any of the pictures of the view of Pittsburgh, it's always from Mount Washington. If you're watching any of our Steeler games or Pirate games or Penguin games on TV when they're nationally televised, they always are taking the view from Mount Washington. With all that said, what can you do in Mount Washington? Well, they have a beautiful park called the Emerald View Park, which has 19 miles of trails. You can also go swimming. They have a local pool. They have over 10 parks and 10 playgrounds for the kids to play in. So, what's this gonna cost? Would you believe you could buy a house up there for $150,000? You can live a city life, take an incline to work for $150,000. So, Mount Washington, number 4. Now we move on to number 3. The Mexican War Streets. This is an historic neighborhood that has seen changes throughout the years. And one of its very famous residents are the Rooneys, the owners of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've lived here forever. So it's 1 mile from the North Shore. So that's where the Steelers play. That's where the Pirates play. That's where our casino is located. So you just walk down there and you can have all the fun you want. And Mexican War Street is known for its beautiful Victorian homes, tree-lined streets. It's also known for a place called the City of Asylum. And what is that? It's a bookstore. They also have a wonderful restaurant, but its main purpose is to house artists and writers who are seeking asylum. And they're seeking asylum from their countries because they've had threats made against them for their art and for their writings. And so they were able to gain asylum in this country, in this city particularly, Pittsburgh, and they will live here. And not only can they live here, but they have a place where they can develop their art, and they become a part of the community at the City of Asylum. So what's one of these beautiful Victorian homes gonna cost you? Well, Mexican War Street's neighborhood starting at least $500,000 here. A lot of charm, a lot of beauty, and it's gonna cost you. That's our number 3 neighborhood, Mexican War Streets. Number 2 neighborhood. So we've seen a lot of change. Downtown has changed. Mexican War Streets has changed throughout the years. But our number 2 place has been a constant. It was a great neighborhood when my mom was growing up. It was a great neighborhood when my grandma was growing up, and it's a great neighborhood now. And that is Shadyside. And that is located on the east end of Pittsburgh. Shadyside is charming and romantic. It's just a place you fall in love with and a place you can fall in love when you're there. It's just got everything. It's actually a flat neighborhood, which in Pittsburgh we're not really used to. And there's 3 streets that have mainly the shopping area: Walnut, Ellsworth, and Highland. And you can find all kind of little local shops that you're not gonna find anything like this online or at the big box stores, and it's just charming shop owners. And if you want that unique gift, the unique person, that's where you're going to Shadyside. Some of the top-notch schools in the city are located in Shadyside. One is Ellis. This is an all-girls school. They guarantee that when your daughter graduates from here, they will get accepted into a 4-year university. They also have Winchester Thurston, which is also another private school that is also located in Shadyside. They also have a public school, Liberty. That's where the other children go as well. Now, one thing that's unique about Shadyside is that it's one of these neighborhoods that doesn't really have any bridges. One street difference is Bloomfield, one street difference is Squirrel Hill. So everything's so connected. Whereas sometimes in Pittsburgh, you can feel distanced from people because of our bridges. And that's probably another part of the charm of Shadyside. Shadyside also has world-renowned Shadyside Hospital and the Hillman Center. What's a home in Shadyside gonna cost you? You can get a condo, $200,000. And of course, you can get another big, beautiful home that's gonna be over a couple $1,000,000, but you could live in the quaint, beautiful neighborhood of Shadyside for a modest amount of $200,000. We come to our number 1 place in Pittsburgh, the best neighborhood, I think. I'm probably a little biased because of course it's my neighborhood, and that is Greenfield. Why do I love Greenfield? Well, I grew up in Greenfield. I left Greenfield for 20-something years, and I came back and chose to live in Greenfield. What's so great about Greenfield? It was great when I was a kid growing up, and it's great today. When you're driving into Greenfield, you see this little sign. They call it the suburb in the city. And that's what Greenfield is. It's this little one-horse town with one main road, and it's like you're in this small little town and you're 5 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh. It's a walkable neighborhood. It's a city neighborhood where you can actually buy a house with a garage, walk your dog with sidewalks. It has nice trendy bars. It has your little dive bar. It's got a grocery store, the pizza shops. It's right next door to Squirrel Hill that has everything. It's right next door to Oakland, where University of Pittsburgh is located. So you got the small town of Greenfield here where you can live, but if you want a little hustle and bustle, it's right next door to you. So what's a house in Greenfield gonna cost me? Greenfield is pretty modest. So you can actually get a house in Greenfield for about $150,000. Now, like with anywhere else, it's gonna go up. But the average home in Greenfield is not gonna run you more than about $250,000. Greenfield's definitely your best bargain out of all the places that we've discussed today, which is another reason why I love Greenfield. But I love all the neighborhoods that Pittsburgh has to offer, which is why I live here. These are just 5 of the best city neighborhoods today. If you'd like to learn more about these neighborhoods or any other neighborhoods, reach out to me, Tina Anderson, Realty One Group, 412-877-6200.